All right. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday.
Order submitted.
So we might get a little retest
Order filled.
right after the open.
Stop filled.
Like, I'm not sure what happened here. Everything's frozen. But it says I'm down $30. On buy today, bro. Nice, nice. Yo, what's up? My TP hit. Platform, I guess. I might have to pull out Trade of it again. Jeez. I don't even. It's working. Last time it wasn't even like working. Okay, I just had to reload the Ninja script. I tried to go break even there, but for whatever reason, like glitched up, and I guess I got a little bit above break even, $25. It's kind of weird. Someone said my TP would have gone hit though. I don't even know, but I might need to low key just use something else. We'll see though. We'll see. Usually this works fine, but recently it's had some interesting issues. Definitely not ideal. Sell short term. Yeah, this could be a nice short right here off the 15-minute EMA actually, depending on how we hold up. If we continue this short term or higher time frame downtrend. See the 15-minute chart right here. So we're kind of sitting right on it right now. And if we do get below it, decent amount, could be a nice short. Also, 1 minute is looking kind of bullish the way it closed above these previous highs. And now it's continuing to go higher, so I also wouldn't be surprised if we got a 30-point drop. It's just a matter of when. Because I kind of thought it would here too. I almost went short, but I'm stopped out pretty quickly if I did. Dang, took a small short last night. I wake up and see it ran down like 80 points on ES. So that's just how it goes, unfortunately. So ES and NASDAQ are both just kind of pumping up here. So we have the London low coming up right here. Might try another retest off of that. London always be selling off, pretty much. What's up, brother? What's up to you? You're about to be popping then? Hypothetically. We will see though.
Order submitted.
Alright, see if we get back into this area for a little retest. Dang, so far just going straight up. Might not get this trade. We'll see though, we'll see. So we're kind of hanging out around VWAP.
Order canceled.
I might put it back on, but I'm just gonna take it off for now. So we're making our way through VWAP. I don't know what's going on though with OBS, but it's not updating my display captures, if that makes sense. Like, luckily this thing is working so you guys can see this, but with the P&L thing, You can see my mouse, but it's not showing what it should be. And then for some reason the YouTube's not showing me like anything, which is very odd. Oh, jeez. Alright, pulling back a little bit to the 9 EMA. And still bounce there, going for the highs now. About to set the 15-minute range. Haven't quite done it yet. So that could be something we're keeping an eye on. Universe 7, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Right now we're kind of stuck at the 9 EMA as well as VWAP. Just kind of waiting for something to happen. The 15-minute opening range is set. So if we do close above this white line, could get a nice breakout retest kind of thing. Anything you're looking for? Right now I'm just looking for some sort of pullback or opportunity to get a part of this uptrend. So far we're just going up and to the right, which is great. But I definitely need to see something if I'm gonna go and make a trade. This could be something I look for is now that we set the 15-minute opening range, which is what this white line is, if we close above it and then come back down to it, we might take a little retest off of it just for like 10, 12 points.
Order submitted.
So something like that. Made 1300 plus, could have made more, but I'm happy. Hey, I'd be happy with that much as well. No complaints. Yeah, no complaints for me. If that was me. Getting really close to getting entered there. But we're kind of bouncing a little prematurely.
Order
I
canceled.
want to take the order off because if we do come back down again, we're probably going to not respect it as well. That's what I typically have noticed. But it is a little unfortunate. I mean, if it got down just a little bit more, got me in, that would have been the trade right there. So, a little unfortunate. But what can you do? I also might be looking for a bull flag potentially. So far, the price action's just been a little. I mean, when we go up and it's nice. But this price action is not the best. We're not getting like a good clean pullback to then continue back up. So until we do that, I'm going to be kind of keeping my hands off. But we'll see what price does. Frank, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. We're still just going straight up though. Need a decent pullback here if we're gonna go long. Or some sort of reversal if we're gonna go short. But right now we're kind of just waiting. I don't know if he mentioned any today. Let me scroll back and check. Oh, he took a small short. And then he woke up and saw that around down 80 points. So I think he got like a little bit, but I think he was a little upset that he didn't make more. But hindsight's always 2020. And on another day, it's not going to run down 80 points. So it's hard to say like, oh shoot, I could have made so much money. Because I always think it's nice to lock in profits. Maybe we'll pull back right here, potentially. EMA is not too far away. Could set up a bull flag. It's not looking bad. Typically, I do like to see kind of 3 candles in the setup. It does have like a third candle kind of right here, but I don't know if I'd count that. But if it just bounces and breaks this high, it might not be bad just off 2. If it's like clean enough. We're bouncing the EMA. I don't know if that's the best close though. Because it might break that high and it might do its thing, but it's definitely not the best setup. It was a nice pullback though, and it did hold the EMA, and it'll probably take these highs out, I imagine. It's not the cleanest setup. So it did eventually work out. Yeah, definitely not a ton of momentum here at the highs compared to earlier. The buyer's kind of slowing down. Yeah, not a fan of those 2 wicks. They tried kind of twice to get up to these highs and then rejected twice. This definitely means we're going to get a little bit deeper of a pullback potentially. We'll see how it reacts off the 15-minute opening range high. I'm not going to take the retest just because of what I was talking about earlier, how we almost got it, went up. Chances are, if we kind of get near it again, we're going to run through it a little bit. But it doesn't mean it's not going to still hold up. It's just not going to be quite as clean, potentially. It's not the strat. But it does look like it's holding it up here pretty well. Does look like it's trying to kind of hold below the 9 EMA though, which is a little interesting for sure. Kind of had this red candle close below, and then now the wicks are holding below as well. Yeah, it kind of looks like it wants to dump a little bit. Alright, kind of just holding up here at the 15-minute opening range high. We just had the 1 hour candle close as well as the 4 hour. So we might get a little move here, but I don't know. So far, not too much. Not too much. I don't think there's any news today. There's like some yellow folder, like construction spending thing, but like right now, but obviously that's not doing much. And I don't think there's too much else today except for Trump speaks at like noon, 2 o'clock. But I'll be done trading by then, so. Still kind of just holding up here. Gotta wait for it to do something. How big was the 15-minute opening range? Good question. Let me check my trading view. Just easier to like measure. 245 points. So you could say a lot compared to normal. ATR's at 26, 27. Also pretty high. What trade site you're using? This is NinjaTrader. It's a desktop platform you can download. I think it's also like they also have a website that you can trade on, kind of like Tradeovate, but this is the desktop version. are slowly making our way down. What are you trading on? Like I said, this is Ninja Trader. I'm trading NQ futures. My bad, bro. Oh, so my mic a little quiet. It could be, or it might not come through super clearly. But you're chilling. You're chilling. What were you trading? NQ futures. And I'm on the funding ticks propfirm right now. Love the stream vibe. It's mad chill. Appreciate it. Glad you like it. Alright, here's that big dump we were kind of expecting. Coming to the London low here. We'll see if we get some sort of reaction here. NQ futures. Yes, that's it. Did I get that right? Yeah. You might need to turn up your volume because I think it's fine for everybody else. If it's not though, definitely let me know. I have the same settings as normal though, so it should be the same. So we're bouncing off of the London low a little bit. How much for when I wanted to learn this? I don't currently do that, but the streams are free. And you can check out all my other like TikTok videos, or I have a YouTube channel. I haven't uploaded a lot of videos, but I'll upload like stream highlights and things, and I'll probably start uploading some more, just like maybe educational, maybe strategy videos, but so far it's mostly just live streams, stream highlights, you know, that kind of thing. So all that's free, but I don't offer any like one-on-one coaching or anything. I'm no professional, but I do trade. And you're welcome to ask any questions and hang out with the chat. There's a lot of smart people in chat as well, so possible entry on the pullback. Possibly. It is holding up the EMA here pretty well. So if we do continue this uptrend, this probably is kind of the entry potentially. I'm willing to pay for one-on-one even if though you don't offer. I appreciate it. But yeah, currently might have to say no to that just because I'm not really set up to do something like that yet. But again, the streams are free and you're definitely welcome to ask any questions. And I'll do my best to answer them and just show you kind of what I do. And yeah, we usually get some people in chat as well who are very, very smart. They've been trading a while, so they'll also be able to answer some questions. Is this 1 minute view? Yeah, this is the 1 minute. I want to start, just made an account. Nice. Have you done like a lot of paper trading, demo trading yet? We did have a nice little bounce there off the London low. And the 15-minute EMA is right here as well. Looks like we are coming kind of right back down to it. We could be kind of retaking this move here. A nice little push up. We're starting to kind of push it back down, which might set up a chop for today. What do you think of affirm? Like the word affirm or something? Am I missing something? Oh, the firm, the stock. That makes more sense. Alright, market's still pushing down. Let's see. Affirm the stock. Affirm holdings. I don't know. Looks like they're down almost 3% today. So that's not the best, you could say. Kind of dumping. I don't know too much about them besides that though. But they are a part of NASDAQ, so that could be why we've been pretty bearish overnight. But again, nice little pump right here though. But looks like we are heading back down. Potentially. Mike Jimenez, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Chicken nuggets. I do like some good chicken nuggets. Could be kind of setting up a bear flag here, potentially. Today might not be the best day for some of those momentum trades, but we'll see how we react here at this 9 EMA. Shorts after weakness. DK Pro longs are nice. That's what I was kind of saying. Like, off the open, we just kind of pushed up long. Almost had some bull flag setups, but they're kind of a little choppy. Didn't take them. And then they kind of gave up. But they still could be nice. Because they were pretty nice. And we are holding above the 15-minute EMA. So the word like totally left my mind there. But yeah, we had the nice close above it. Tried to go through holding above it. So could be nice for longs. But also could continue back down for the shorts. I say our shorts thanks our chop. Yeah, I'd probably agree with that. It's making me think we might just like chop around this level right here. We'll see though. I look for shorts that short move after clean longs. This red flag for bullish folk. Short below the EMA. Yeah, yeah. It's kind of what I'm thinking as well. Definitely don't want to really go long. Yeah, kind of just waiting for a good setup to go short. Not the best bear flag, in my opinion. Since we have these fair value gaps as well as the London low here, which obviously it kind of bounced off that area pretty well. It still might push through here and go lower, but not quite the setup for me. There's a V there, ignore the first entry. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, seller's kind of struggling here. I mean, buyers as well, but selling could be the short somewhere in here. Like I said, not the cleanest. Not sure if I'm going to take it. At least for like my typical risk. If I get like a good entry, I mean, it'll probably be fine. But I probably need to give this like, you know, put my stop like up here if I'm gonna like be okay shorting this somewhere. And that's like, if I get it down here, that's like over 20 points, 25 points of risk. Which is like $500, which is almost double what I typically risk. So again, unless I get like the perfect entry and it just goes down, which right somewhere in here could have been the entry maybe. But it's already kind of bouncing back. Just a bit choppy, not the cleanest setup. There's the bounce off the London low again. There's the sellers. Definitely took their time though on that one. Why you know short practice? Like off the 15-minute EMA? I mean, good question. Nice, maybe that's so I can see it better. You missed it? Yeah, I guess I just didn't quite see it since we were holding above it. I mean, we did get below, and that obviously would have probably been the entry, but yeah, I haven't taken ones like this yet. Typically, I've just taken the ones like this where we kind of reject off of it, get entered, watch it go lower. But once we like break above it like this, and then come back below it, it's a little. I haven't taken one like that yet, but obviously you need to keep an eye on them. Yeah, typically more the continuations instead of the ones like this. Because seeing this green one close up like this with the buyers, just like you said, the longs were kind of nice. And then seeing it hold above it right here. Gotcha. Yeah, these same momentum, just the opposite direction. Does that make sense? And you have mentioned that before. It's just not one that I typically look for as much. It was nice. Nice little move, though. Looks like we're trying to get back up there, though. Still holding the 9 EMA pretty well on the 1 minute. I mean, technically this could be a bear flag. It is a little, like, shallow, though. I mean, it would have been better if the entry was kind of up in here somewhere. Which we might still get on the 4th candle. We'll see, though. T, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Because, yeah, I don't really want to risk 60 up to 100. That's like 40 points. But if we can get a nice breakout below this wick, that would be what I'm looking for. Or maybe the second candle if we come back down and break that low. Could be what I'm looking for. Hold below the 9 EMA.
Order submitted.
So yeah, something like that might not be bad if we break below that. But seem to have a bit of buyers stepping up here. Again, kind of holding it above the 15-minute EMA. Kind of interesting.
Order canceled.
Yeah, buyers seem to be kind of taking control here. I mean, not actually, but definitely within this little move here. Alright, sellers could be flipping it now. So I don't quite want to get in right here. That is a better entry though. I definitely want to get like below the EMA and this fair value gap. But then this entry is not the greatest. Unless we do just get a nice clean break lower.
Order submitted.
Which we definitely could get. I guess technically if we were practicing the other strat, we might go short as well, since we're back below the EMA potentially for the continuation or the reversal. But also the second one might not be as good as this first little move.
Order filled.
That is the wrong thing. We might try and target the lows here. But we really need it to break. Which we're kind of failing to do.
Stop filled.
Yeah, I got kind of faked out there. I know. I was hoping to get like a little bit more so I just take like the break even, but we barely got like $50 in profit there. Boo trading. Yeah, boo. Chop season. Yeah, that's what it's looking like. It looked like we were kind of holding up to continue this downtrend. But now that we zoom out a little bit, definitely could just be kind of chopping. Or setting up a little bit of a chop like in here somewhere. Or hold until it closes above the 5 EMA. Yeah. That definitely would have been a lot of risk. With like a 1 mini though. If we were still in this trade, we'd be down like over $1,200. If green me good, why always red candle happy? That's a good question. But the down move ain't clean enough. AMA move's supposed to be butter. Yeah, yeah. That's what I was kind of hoping or expecting. Yeah, like Even this first move should have been maybe a little cleaner. We had a little pullback, thought we might continue it here. And this candle had a nice little push, but then we just got naturally right to my entry. And then, yeah, I just had no continuation there for the bear flag or the EMAs as far as going down. But it's holding above it. I mean, you could go long maybe. Maybe that's the move. But also it could just be chopping. EMA working right now. Yeah, if you're looking long, it's definitely holding up and working. But I think TechFlu is kind of looking at the overall momentum and how it's going down. But yeah, this is definitely chop. A little unfortunate, but I'd also rather only have one loss and know that's a chop instead of having 2 or 3 losses and then realizing, oh wait, we're chopping. So can't complain too much. Yeah, as soon as you start to see red flags for both buyers and sellers, that's when you can be pretty confident we're going to chop. Here's a nice little red candle though. Yeah, not looking good for NASDAQ. That's for sure. Could be worse, I guess, but could definitely be better. It's only 8:30. Market's only been open an hour. We need a little bit more than this. Crazy the market has only really moved 100 points all day up and down, like 100-point range. Yeah, kind of nuts. We did get that, like the push up for the longs from down here. It's like 280 points, which was quite hefty. Took that trade. Nice. Oh yeah, that was a good long. But then, oh yeah, we kind of just came back halfway, and now we're chopping. I did kind of say back here that we might be setting up a chop. And unfortunately, I was right. I was hoping I wasn't. But what can you do? Entered 6,702, TP at 760. Thanks. 60 points on ES. It's pretty impressive. It's like what, $1,600? Or no, it's way more than that. Double that. 3,200. That is very nice. Not sure if I missed a message, but something because of Thinkorswim, like it was being all clunky on the UI. Well, that is unfortunate that it's being clunky with the AI, or UI. I've had my fair share of issues. Even earlier on the stream, I took a trade earlier, and I went break even, and my whole thing just like froze. And it messed up like my OBS as well. Kind of weird. But now it should be working fine. But yeah, a couple issues lately with NinjaTrader and just kind of that side of things. No, I took a bad trade because I put my TP higher than my stop loss. And it just took all my profit. Oh, I think I understand. Dang, yeah, hate to see the chop though. Hopefully you guys are able to make some money already. Sounds like some of you guys already did. So at least right now, you're not getting a lot of opportunity. Kind of looks like it wants to run the lows here. But I don't know if it really wants to, you know? But once again, we're finding support right here. Definitely got this chop going on. I guess we could try the chop strat a little bit. Looks like we might want to stay kind of in the 40 to 60 on the RSI potentially. Alright, there's the bounce off the bottom of the range. I know. I was just saying, might have to take a look at that, check out the RSI and stuff. Looks like we're kind of bouncing between the 60 and 40 potentially. I almost was going to take the buy down here. We just didn't quite get below the 40, which I know you did say that if we get kind of close to it and then, you know, bounce away from it, it still would be valid. So the long could have been valid kind of like right in here at the 78s, 80s. But yeah, I just kind of hesitated. It's true though, it is getting pretty tight, so it won't be too bad to Even up here, we're getting close to the 60. We might practice, trade it, see how it goes. Yeah, it's doing it again. It didn't quite cross the 60, but it got pretty close. So you probably could say this is kind of the trade. But I might have missed like the best entry. I guess hypothetically you could still take it.
Order filled.
Just somewhere in there. Might not be the best entry, but hypothetically, yeah, you just kind of wait until it gets back down to the 40 on the RSI. I don't have a stop loss or anything, so I'll just close it if we get up in here. And then take profit once we get down on the RSI. What are you trading on? This is Ninja Trader. Looks like it kind of is using this level here, which is the London low. It's a little bit of support, which is understandable. Yeah, let's see if we can kind of hold the top of the range and continue the chop or not. Getting a little push up. Long now. We're still kind of holding top of the range here. Don't know how much I'd normally want to risk on this though, because that would have been like negative 700 almost, which is kind of a lot. Definitely not the best entry either, but keep the risk where you'd normally. Yeah, so I probably would have normally gotten stopped out for like a small 250 loss. And then maybe I could have re-entered up here since we got pretty close to the 60 again. Yeah, 3 to 400 exit, use micros. So yeah, I would have gotten stopped out there if I did that, unless I got like a better entry. But we still didn't cross like the 60, so definitely not quite the entry that I maybe would have liked to get. But eventually made a little push down. Yeah, use 7 to 8 micros, give you more room to stomach. Yeah, that's probably the move. I will say though, the one thing I don't like about NinjaTrader compared to some other platforms, which I guess I don't know if most even do this, but at least like TradingView and like Quantower, because I mentioned how I used Quantower before, is once you're in a position like this, even if you don't have an ATM strategy set up, you can like drag from your this thing, your entry, and you can like set a stop loss or a profit target after you get in a trade, which I really like that with Quantower. Yeah, NinjaTrader you can't do that. The only way you can have like a stop loss or a profit target is if you set it beforehand. Which is a little annoying, I guess. I can put like a buy limit
Order submitted.
here and then like another
Order
one
submitted.
here, whatever.
Order canceled.
Or for my
Order submitted.
target. Since I'm in a sell, I just put like a buy. But like, it just doesn't look as good. And I can't see like the profit like I could normally. If that makes sense. Like if I were to like do that.
Order canceled.
Not that I'm going to, I'm going to wait for the RSI. Actually, it is almost at a 40 though, so we're almost there. Might be worth taking out the risk hypothetically.
Order submitted.
Yeah, definitely not a big fan of the fact that when I put on like a stop loss or limit order on after I'm in the trade, that doesn't show me my P&L. Fernie, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Oh, here's a little bounce. It looks like the range is going to get
Order filled.
tighter and tighter here. Which is maybe to be expected, but also a little unfortunate for the strat. Yeah, this trade back here would have probably been better. Again, kind of at the 40, it didn't quite dip below it, but might have gone in somewhere in here, and then we would have made the move kind of close enough to the 60. Probably could have taken profit there. Nice move there. Almost like, what, 50 points? Yeah, I could make a nice $1,000 off that. This would have been kind of nice, especially if you get the risk at like 250 to 400. Aiden, thank you for the follow, appreciate it. How did you decide NQ versus ES? Well, it's a good question. I think I kind of just started on NQ because that's what I was first kind of introduced to through some other traders. And I just kind of I like the volatility compared to ES. ES can be a little boring compared to NQ sometimes, but also it can be a little bit more predictable. So that's where it's a little tough because NQ can be a little tough sometimes with like the wicks. or ES can be a little cleaner. But sometimes when the ES isn't clean, it's really choppy compared to NQ. I don't know. Both have their pros and cons. And I just kind of learned on NQ initially, especially with like risk management and just like position sizing, points, and all that stuff. So I'm just a lot more familiar with how it works and how the NQ moves. I could probably do the math and find the conversions for ES, but I've kind of learned on NQ, and I've decided to stick with it for now, just to keep everything consistent. Money claiming souls again, pretty much. I mean, I wouldn't say my soul has quite been claimed, but I did catch one little loss. Well, I guess technically two, but the first one I don't know if it counts. I went break even, it just had a really bad fill, and my whole platform kind of froze. It was kind of weird. But I didn't lose the trade, technically. And we just got one loss here. Which again, small little loss. Tried to go for a little breakout lower. Didn't quite get it. And then we ended up chopping, and we've been kind of sitting on our hands ever since. Besides this trade we took on a practice account, practicing the chop strat with the RSI. Which we might try again if we get down here and we get below the 40 on the RSI. We might go long. Why'd you close that trade? Oh, I just put like a limit above break even. But yeah, I guess technically you wouldn't have closed it even if it went back to be a loss. I guess just out of habit, I didn't really think about it. Because we got like these ain't premium strats. Yeah, I know. Again, a little bit out of habit, but also these are bullet biters. My favorite. Kevin, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. You're pretty reasonable with risk, but you know there's some that full board this chop. Oh, absolutely. And they're definitely in the grave right now, 6 feet under. No, yeah, but it's just the instincts almost. Because sometimes it is like, okay, we made a little bit of profit, make sure I lock in, break even or a little bit of profit. But also, it's one of those things where if we get like a couple points away from like my take profit and we come all the way back to entry, sometimes it's like, well, are we really going to go all the way back down to my profit target? Which in this case it did. But a lot of times when we get close to the profit target and we don't hit it, and then we go all the way back to break even, it kind of invalidates the move a little bit. But in this case, we ended up bouncing off of this line, London low, instead of this line. So actually it kind of worked out. But obviously, if it were to go all the way back up to this previous level of resistance of the chop in the range, then we would have gone and stopped out. Sometimes the bullets taste good. Heck yeah. It's like the little bit of gunpowder, you know? Really gets me going. On NQ, anyways. Alright, bottom of the range. We're not quite at the 40 though. So not quite the spot to take profit technically. But also like it could be technically a long entry just based off where we are and the fact that we're close to the 40. If we have a nice green close, I might take it and see if the longs work out. For practice sake, of course.
Order filled.
Because I definitely need like a good chop strat for when stuff like this is going on. Unless I just don't trade, which is also, I think, a completely valid thing to do. Look at ES to verify. Let's see. Yeah, ES is about the 40. I'd say it's close enough. Oh wait, that was on the 15-minute. Not quite. It got down to like 42. It did have a nice little pump though. Actually, I forgot to put that ATM on again. So that means I have to put like a sell. What is it, like 20 points down? We'll go like 58.
Order submitted.
I'll put the next one just
Order
at like the top of
submitted.
the range. But we'll look at the RSI on this one. Ah, it sure does reprint. You just got to 39. That's right, I gotta watch it actively. It's fair enough. Yeah, okay, it's going back down to 40, so this could hold up, or maybe it might stop me out. Maybe I didn't get the best entry. Yeah, now it's below 40 on ES and NQ, so this would
Order
probably
filled.
be like the better entry. Technically, like somewhere in here,
Order filled.
just like hypothetically. But also we have quite a bit of sellers
submitted.
here, so I imagine we might get stopped out again. Don't know if we're gonna hold up here, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I had a nice pump there. We were up like 20 points.
Order filled.
Wait, did I put on? I put the wrong one.
Order submitted.
Supposed to put sell.
Order submitted.
2 of them. Whatever. Good thing it's just practice. Looks like we're gonna start dumping though a little bit,
Order filled.
which is great. Because that
Order
means that
canceled.
we're out of the chop maybe for now. Not necessarily guaranteed though. Unless we get below like the 30, then maybe it's a good buy. Grab the long. It is holding up a little bit after those shorts.
Order filled.
Oh, that makes sense, yeah. Pennant breakdown. Yeah, something like that, hypothetically. But also could set up a nice bear flag off the 90 MA if we are going to continue this little move down. Looks like the bear flag kind of played out. It didn't quite set up though. Again, I kind of typically look for like a third candle for the setup, not just like two. I don't know if I really count this first one since it just was like
Stop
this
filled.
random kind of wick. It's not really in line with the flag, but yeah, held the 90 MA there and just dumped, so. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. If it goes up, it probably would pop. It looks like it is just kind of holding the lows here. See if it keeps up or not. Momo is back. That's what it's looking like. I'd love to see it. Except not in that case, because hypothetically we're trading the chop strat. And both this entry or this entry would have dumped down, stopped you out. But that being said, this buy and this sell would have been nice. And after winning both those trades, you probably would have been done for the day, or I would have been anyways, since I'm not greedy most of the time. Only sometimes. We do have the what is this? The Tokyo low here. I guess that would have been my retest somewhere in here. Kind of missed it though. I could still try and take it, but I mean, yeah, we already would have made a little bit of profit, maybe gone break even there. So I didn't mark the level just because we like kind of opened up into it a little bit. And we never really retested it on the way up here. So I wasn't really looking for the short, but it looks like it was a great retest to continue lower. And we already tried to short off the overnight low earlier. And typically I'm not a big fan of trying it again. But it could still be pretty valid retest. I might wait for the 15-minute range low if I'm going to do anything like that. Or another bear flag. Alright, little pullback, or big pullback. What stock is this? This is NQ Futures, so not technically a stock, but still kind of in the same realm of things. It's a collection of stocks. Alright, could be a nice short if we break back down below here. Still not the greatest setup for the bear flag, but still might not be bad.
Order submitted.
But we do get another candle set up here for a better entry that could be more ideal. What stock is NyQuil? Is that what I said? I swear I said NQ, but I might have like slurred my words because sometimes I don't know how to speak. I forget how English works. It's not my first language. I'm just kidding, it is. So I have no excuses, but... Nah, it's what I said. Oh, gotcha. Yes, this is the NyQuil stock. Sometimes it puts me to sleep, and that's a fact. When we got that chop. I get real sleepy over here. Yeah, that's kind of a little bit better. If we break 03,
Order filled.
hypothetically we dump. But also, we might just bounce off my entry and get stopped out, which we've done a couple times recently. So, we'll see what she does today. There we go. Break even. Really close to my target there. Hold for momentum, trail this. I can maybe trail it. It was kind of scaring me though. Oh shoot. Yeah, that's a little scary. Unless we go all the way back down. Yeah, it looks like it just wants to stop me out. But I do imagine we get the momentum down, just whether it stops me out in the meantime. It just like can't really get past this level. It's gonna put some hair in your chest. Could be true. It's real close though. It's against the enemy who stopped out a couple times.
Stop filled.
Yeah, it's just playing with my feelings. Yeah, literally missed my targets like the tick. So even me moving it down, oh, of course, now it dumps. You see, this is the market manipulators. They're watching the stream, guys. Oh, you love to see it. I know, these are crazy. Like, what was that? This is like a textbook trade right here, right? We missed my profit target by a tick. Obviously, I moved it down, but I think I did the math. Even if I didn't move it down, I still don't think I would have gotten filled here. Maybe I would have, but we missed it by like a tick, and then it stops me out to the tick, and then it dumps. Wild. Oh geez, yeah. Here's the momentum down. We might get a retest opportunity off the 15-minute range low. But dang. I don't use those because the break even is technically a segmented trail stop. Yeah, that is understandable. You tried to tell me. Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, this was the momentum, yeah. It just had to stop me out first. And yeah, arguably could have not to put in the break even. But again, if we take out lows like this, take out liquidity, and don't quite get filled, and then come all the way back up. I mean, today it didn't work out, but on another day, this would have been a losing trade. So, what can you do? Might get a retest here, though. Malala FX official, thank you for the follow. Yeah, still getting buried by that 1 minute EMA. It's facts. We're just holding it up nicely right here. Yeah, it didn't quite work out with my normal strategy, but definitely could have been worth the hold for sure. Well, clearly. But yeah, this trade, I mean, different kind of trade, obviously. Just going for the retest. But if I had to take break even on this, we would have been not so happy. Oh, here's the
Order submitted.
close below in the retest.
Order filled.
See if the sellers are done or if they got some more juice in them. And they're done. Just kidding. Trying to get you that bag. Hey, I appreciate it. But the market, again, has other plans. It's got to make sure the break even gets hit. Yeah, so far, not really holding below the 15-minute opening range low, which is what we would have wanted. Yeah, I guess just another unlucky day. Yeah, I could continue to short off another pullback, but was unable to get the continuation off the retest there, which typically works pretty well, but yeah, that makes sense. Don't want to tell me to like remove it. It is kind of almost an instinct at this point. It's like, oh, we're in enough profit, take off the risk, kind of like a trail stop. But there definitely is trades that it saves me, so it's hard. Yeah, hard not to do. Good habit for sure. But on some trades like that one, definitely could have been nice if I didn't do that. Yeah, we had the right idea on like most of my trades today. That was a good bear flag. This one, maybe not the best. Got unlucky with the entry and then stopped out. But yeah, this one, actually, I don't know what I was going to say about that. We just got chopped. But then we waited for the chop to be over. Got the momentum back. And yeah, I just got unlucky with the break even. That would have been pretty fat. That's true. Unless I just took like the 250 like normal, but if I did like let it run, it would have been real nice. Like we're trying the lows again. Well, at 10 and 6,700 on 10 on ES. Geez, I can't read or talk today. Ooh. Yeah, rejecting the 15-minute range low again. Ooh, we're gonna see if we can reconfigure something so you can keep your break evens. Interesting, interesting. I mean, I probably just need to grow bigger balls, honestly, so I like don't go break even. Would you mind trading 10 micros? I wouldn't be like opposed, but also it's just more fees than trading one mini. That's the only reason like I probably wouldn't. But obviously, if you're doing some sort of like more advanced strategy with like positioning, then you kind of have to do micros. Where's that 950 and 35? I mean, yeah, it looks like we want to go lower potentially, but we just keep bouncing off this 15-minute range low, which is obviously where I got kind of stopped out here, unfortunately. Didn't quite get the breakout retest like we normally do. Yeah, I probably should have taken this retest because this is exactly what I would have looked for normally. Nice close below. We kind of wick into it and just like bounce right off it for a quick little 10, 12 points. Bite the bullet and go 10 contracts and trail the second half. Okay, so yeah, like kind of go break even on 5 and then trail the other 5 and just bite the bullet on those ones. Right, right. Hypothetically, make some more. Because yeah, at the moment it's really good. I get all 10 contracts for a nice win. You can go 7 break even and 3 trail. Okay, it's just yeah, like leave 3 to kind of do their thing. It's not bad, it's not bad. Keep the risk relatively low. Some runners. Not a bad idea. Order setting up at 35, 30, 15 on a queue. Oh boy, this could be the bottom. We swept the low of the day, and now we're bouncing. Yeah, there probably is a lot of people trying to kind of anticipate going lower that are getting kind of swept up as liquidity. But bone control is still way up there, so that's a decent sign for more downside. Yeah, I need to start looking at that because I do have that on one of my trading view things. I just have like the basic package for trading view, so it lets me have like 5 indicators per chart. But the problem is like with different like there's enough things. Like I don't have like a ton of indicators because I'm not big on like the whole indicator thing. But there is some that just help making things easier, like seeing the fair value gaps, for example, or the moving indicators, moving averages. But yeah, like having volume profile is really nice with like point of control. But then also like it's super important for me to have like the session highs and lows, which I could just like mark out manually, but again, it's easier to kind of have it automated. Which is what most of my indicators are on like TradingView. It's just kind of automated things. the only real technical indicator I have is like the moving averages and kind of the fair value gaps and VWAP. But the fair value gaps technically it's just marking it for me. It's not really an indicator. I think that would have been great if I got you that bag. It would have. It would have. Would have been nice. Would have been nice. But can't be too upset. Because based off like my normal strategy, I mean this maybe would have been like a win, but like even a break even, like it happens. And then yeah, the chop got me here, which happens. And we just didn't get lucky enough to get a good trade off the open. When I was in this trade, my thing froze. I think none of you guys were here, but Prakash was here. Actually, no, Bet on a guy was here, I think. Anyways, my ninja trade like froze after I moved it to break even. So like I got stopped out break even at some point. But Prakash was saying that my TP hit, I think. I don't know where he's at. He left. He did say something about, was it being long maybe? I mean, if he was going long, he would have gone a huge bag here, so. Because he was here at the open. Anyways, not sure exactly what happened on that trade because I couldn't see it. But it stopped me at break even, so. What can you do? But yeah, he was saying, like, go long, I think, like normal. And if he did, he was probably pretty happy. I'm surprised he didn't stick around to brag about it. He has been coming in a little bit late though. Besides, again, today he was like market open, he was here. But now he's not. So I don't know. A lot of buyers coming in. We could be getting close to that 15-minute range. I mean 15-minute EMA. But also the sweep of the lows here. Not my favorite thing to see. Definitely would have been nicer to get like a kind of cleaner close below the lows and then get the pullback. Yeah, definitely not my favorite action. At least we broke the chop. We had a couple moves down, which was nice. Got unlucky though with both. Oh shit, I didn't mean to move this. It was somewhere right there maybe. Or no, it must have been where my trade was. Yeah. Anyways. Can you get you back one of these days? That's what I like to hear. I'm waiting. Just kidding. No, I should be able to get the bag on my own. But not on days like today where we chop and then kind of get a fake out move at the bottom and these break-even moves before we actually make the real move. And yeah, now that we're pulling back all the way, not really sure if I want to go short anymore. Even though we are getting close to that EMA here, it could hypothetically make the, what is it? Could make the move back down off the EMA, but also seeing this big green candle, not my favorite. Could be nice though. I just don't know if I want to take it, because I kind of want to take it on my my account, make back some money, but also losing more than 500 would be not the best on this 50K count. So yeah, I might do on practice is kind of what I'm thinking as well. Let's see. So this would be
Order filled.
where's the 460? Maybe should have waited for the 1 minute close on the red, but this is fine. This is fine. And then the target, probably somewhere around 30, 35, something like that. Micro and scale in. Okay. I could still do that, I suppose. Let's see. Switch over to my micro chart. 1 to 3. Alright, we'll just do like the 1.
Order filled.
I guess typically I would have waited for a little bit more of a reaction off the EMA. But I mean, that's a potentially pretty good entry. Ignore first try. Oh, that's true because of the chop, yeah. Alright, well, let's see if this works. If not, I'll wait for the second try to come down. Yeah, we're in 1 micro. And then we'll scale in if we get back below the EMA. Not cut this. Try again. Okay. So, let's see. We'll pull up the 15 minute just so we can kind of see it. Or so you guys can see. I have it open as well on another screen, but so we'll wait for it to kind of give us that confirmation. I'm strongly against holding messed up positions. No, I agree. I mean, I'm guilty of it during practice because I'm like, oh, I guess we'll see if it works out. But yeah, if I take a trade on like a normal account, especially, and I realize after, I'm like, wait, that wasn't a good trade. I try and take off as quickly as possible. The problem is sometimes I don't quite have it in me to cut it if I'm in the red. Because I'm like, well, I guess we'll see if it hits my stop or not. But definitely, that's a really good thing to do is just cut it, even if you're in a small loss. Yeah, even if you're like in the profit, it's good just to like at least put the break even in and just like you don't wanna risk anything on a bad trade. Yeah, getting a bad habit of accidentally scaling up and increasing risk. Definitely. They really clean move up though on the 1 minute. Alright, kind of getting below here. I might wait for a little bit more before I would probably get in. If we hold below, yeah. We got below, we didn't quite hold though. Which is it's a tough thing. Because it really is kind of intuitive and just like what I'm kind of used to seeing. But obviously like it's something you can't really teach people. Because I was thinking about like if I were to start some sort of like course or like even like a video explaining my strategy. But it's like on something like this, like how do I explain like what I'm looking for to like make this trade, you know? Because I could say like, oh yeah, if it holds below, but everyone's perception is gonna be a little bit different. Because like for me, it definitely like it wasn't quite enough, and obviously we would be in the red if we took it. But for other people, it might have been, oh yeah, let's take it, and maybe just hold through it, and it might get back down eventually. But yeah, like you said, expect chop here. So we are back in that range we were chopping earlier. So I definitely would not be surprised if we chop at all. kind of have a bull flag, but we're not next to the EMA, which, like I said, I typically like to see a little bit of a support from the EMA if we're gonna get the momentum with the bull flag. One moves some waves, you'll have like 2 to 3 dips per larger time frame. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so here's kind of, again, we're kind of below. We just need to kind of get, well, I don't know. Again, it's hard to describe like what I'm really looking for, but I feel like we didn't quite get it. Three dips is literally pennant or flag. Exactly, exactly. Looks like the 1 minute bull flag could even work out here. It did kind of dip down to that 90 May a little bit. So, assuming the momentum for the buyers continues, we might get a little push up to the highs. Yeah, there it is. There's the break. See, that's what a bull flag is supposed to do. Not this. I guess that's bear flag, but same idea. I guess it did kind of do it, but we did chop a little bit before really making the bigger move. But I mean, yeah, good bull flag, just nice break to the highs. V reversal shocker, facts. Yeah, it seems to be kind of holding above the EMA now, so definitely probably going to be chopping here some more. Yeah, we're kind of back in this previous range as well. If we extend the lines here, we might get back to them. Of course, now I got a ton of lines on my screen. Not so pretty. That's true. At least it's consistent. I'm sure someone could probably make a strategy, based off of it, and maybe make some money. But it's unfortunate that's kind of against your strategy, and even what I typically look for as well. 70 RSI could be. Just, we are up there. We are definitely up there. If we close red, it could be not bad. Of course, this technically was an entry as well back here, which well, I think would have gone stopped out just based off how high we went up. Our side of EMA strat. So is that like if we get below this EMA? Oh, are you just saying like kind of in general, like you go from RSI to EMA? For a second, I thought you were talking about like combining the two strategies. But no, yeah, if you took like somewhere there was a trade RSI or no EMA that was good. It might have been like in here. But then yeah, this RSI strat, assuming you took like a buy in here somewhere and then held the sell right here, would have been kind of killing it. If it breaks, we could shoot to the moon. Get a nice cucumber candle. I'm kind of agree with that. Okay, if there's a chop setup, and then if it breaks, there will be momentum. You can get both EMA and chop strat. Ah, I see, I see. Yeah, if we're gonna chop, this is technically the spot right here. Like today, yeah. No, yeah, right here, that was the RSI chop, and then we kind of broke with the momentum down. Market open was set up for chop. Grab the 30 long and scale into the, oh yeah, grab like the 30 long kind of down here. Actually, that would have been right at the 30 down here. So 30 long and then kind of scale in as we hold the EMA. Oh yeah, there's the cucumber candle. I'll remove this for now and this one. Until we define like a new range. And sell for RSI above 70. And I'm a little cautious here just because we've been above 70, at least on NQ and ES actually. We were above it over here and here, and now we're still above it. So yeah. I don't know if I quite trust the sell just yet. I'm not really sure what I'd be looking for either, because looks like we kind of faked out sellers maybe twice here, like here and here. And then we just got like a pump and a pump. Continuing with the momentum. So buyers definitely have some momentum on the 1 minute and probably the 5 minute. Got in at 53. Nice, nice. So it looks like he kind of waited for the hold above the EMA and went for the long. Yeah, I definitely expect a bit of chop here, but we're still just going higher. We're not quite getting that pullback. Look at Brandon using my strat. We are scaling now. Nice. I know we got a very tight little chop right now. I mean, if this is chop, I don't know what this is. We're kind of just going up and down. This is like the untradeable chop. Yeah, they're just chopping 1 or 2 points. It's that lunchtime chop coming up potentially. I'm just chilling, don't feel like giving back my E50. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that either. I think that's fair. Very valid. This one I'm looking for 5 points and getting out. Yeah. Hopefully you can get that 5 points. It's kind of ugly right now. It is still holding the 9EMA though. So you're probably still going to get hopefully another bounce right here. Go higher. But these wicks are brutal. I showed this out of spite. Yeah, you're right. We are trying to think here. Let's see. We're still sitting at about the 70 on the RSI. We're also got VWAP at 130 right here. So that's probably like kind of why we haven't dumped yet, is because we're kind of holding above VWAP. And VWAP might be a really nasty magnet that we just kind of chop around, would be my guess. But yeah, we got like hardly any momentum right now. Looks like buyers are still kind of here, kind of holding that 9EMA. But of course, we got to get the little move down here. We can't make a new high without pulling back to the low of the previous candle. That's true, it might pop. It might do a little pop for kicks and giggles. Just to piss off all the people that went short out of spite. Think ETH going back up? I don't know. I haven't looked at ETH in a long time. I've mostly just been keeping my eye on Bitcoin since that's like the main one, which I imagine Bitcoin goes back up over 100K, but it's probably due for a little bit of a pullback, not gonna lie. Ethereum though, I have no idea. We still haven't even gotten above like all-time highs from 2021. We got close though. Oh, there's the pop for kicks and giggles. Yeah, Bitcoin's down right now, down like 10% in the past week. Thoughts on today? Today was in fact a day. Here's a Monday. Honestly, I probably shouldn't have really expected much from a Monday like today. I don't think I was too ambitious. We just got one unlucky trade with a chop, and then one unlucky trade down at the lows, kind of assuming that we might continue lower, and then we just didn't. Which again, the chop, the Monday, kind of brutal day, yeah. That's a good way of putting it. For a lot of people, very brutal. For me, I just took 2 losses. A little unfortunate, but it happens. Can't win them all. Hey, we hit that 5.5 points. 7 points, actually. 7-point TP. Well, nicely done. Profit is profit. That 7 points, that can buy you something real nice. At least like some gas money right there. Not gonna lie, I'm surprised I'm green right now. I think most people might be saying that today. I think a lot of people probably got lucky or either unlucky. There's probably a few people who are like expected, like, oh yeah, like I took a good trade, and I'm not surprised that I'm in green. But if I did trade exactly how TechFlu was saying, I probably wouldn't be too surprised. So I will say that. If I did take the chop trades a little bit better. Again, this one could have held all the way down to here. Would have been nice. Or yeah, probably could have taken a buy right here as well for the RSI. And somewhere in here, the EMA kind of held up as well, which would have been another possible entry. Anyways. But this right here is kind of ugly. I mean, this is very much a V-bottom, which you can't really do much about that. Alright, low pullback to the EMA on the 1 minute. It looks like we're still just gonna kind of slowly grind up, honestly. Don't know if we're gonna get too many entries here though. Unfortunately. Even if we do, I don't know if I'm gonna take too many of them. I'm gonna get one of the I'm gonna gone get you a bag one of these days. Don't worry. So you really you're really making it tough for me to read that. I'm just kidding. That's a me problem. All this bullshit like absent not one long trade, twin. Just put the fries in the bag. Yeah, it's not my usual strat. I do look at the fair value gaps. It kind of gives me a little bit of a helps me understand the bias a little bit and what's happening. Sometimes I won't take trades based off fair value gaps and what they're doing. But yeah, I don't typically just take fair value gap trades. Like, I mean, yeah, today would have been perfect. Could have gone long here, here, here. But also, if I was doing that earlier during this, I would have gone chopped up and spit out. Now I F that up. Yeah, I don't want to say it, but you kind of did. I was gonna say we're gonna get you a bag, but I changed it to yeah, yeah. Hence I'm changed it to be me. Yeah, that's funny. Cause that's like I don't know if that's how other people read, but like for me, I like see words and I just like put them together and I kind of fill in the blanks a little bit as I read sometimes. So it's like I kind of knew what you're trying to say, but then like because I was kind of like reading through it and not like actually reading every individual word, it was like really hard to like actually read it. It's like, wait, I'ma gonna get you a bag one of these days, no worry. Because that's just not typically what would have been there if I were to like kind of fill in the blanks. And I was like, wait, that's not right. The Bonnie 88, thank you for the follow, appreciate it. But yeah, slowly grinding up here. I wouldn't be surprised if we kind of slowly grind up the rest of the day low key, especially after the overnight shorts. But we are kind of slowing down. I don't know if we're gonna get the best bull flags or kind of trades. You better not start playing video games being down 500. You didn't earn video game time. You see, I think that's funny. And like, I do kind of agree with you. But also, as far as like lessons to be learned, I actually don't think it's a bad idea to play video games if that is in line with your strategy, because a lot of people have a loss limit. Even me, I would say, having lost 2 trades in a row, I could take a third, but also, right, the P&L doesn't really matter as long as you kind of traded your strategy. And if you end up being red, sometimes it's good to call it a day and not overtrade, because then that's when you make more mistakes or lose more money, especially on a choppy Monday like today. So I don't want to say video games might be the smart move here. I'm not saying I'm going to, but I also might. We'll see. I do need to test something on the stream with some games just because it wasn't really working last week. But that was a funny comment you made. I didn't earn video game time because that's technically fair. But I think to avoid overtrading and making mistakes, video games can be a nice distraction, which is why sometimes I play them during chop. I have been kind of testing out and like learning some strategies to trade during the chop. But yeah, typically if we're doing this, I'll hop on some games and wait for this to be done and then take some more trades after, if you know what I'm saying. So I don't disagree with what you're saying, but also like as for me, I don't really want to take another trade because I could make back my losses, yes. And if the trade's perfect enough, I might take it. But at the same time, it might be better to not take any more trades, just so I don't overtrade or revenge trade or anything like that. Yeah, you win some, you lose some, exactly. In quotations, this is a good description of what's happening. Yeah, no, I didn't know like what to say, but I was like, yeah, like this. It's not pretty. Like, what are you supposed to do with this? Except the RSI strat, like, kind of would have worked here. My first trade of the day was a lost. I saw your most recent message first, so I knew going into it I was going to see something, but that's funny. It was a lost. Didn't follow my last step. Missed the read. Yeah, it happens. It does happen. Unfortunately. Playing video games every day is not a necessity. Oh yeah, definitely not a necessity. I actually haven't played games on stream for a minute. I did try, I think Thursday or Friday. But yeah, for some reason it like wasn't really working with my OBS for some reason. It was kind of just like making me lag a little bit. But I reconfigured some settings. I might try. I might again open up the stream just kind of at the when I'm done, just to like maybe play a game and just like see how it performs on stream. But recently it's been like crashing every time I open Battlefield 6 while I'm streaming, so that's why. Last week I barely even played games because when I do it usually crashes the stream. That is a good question. Does he trade? Not looking like I'm trading anywhere today, lol. Yeah, same. It actually could be decent for me if just based off if we do continue this trend, if I wait for, you know, my typical pull back to the EMA, set up a bull flag. At the same time, the volatility is going down very quickly. And even though we are holding the EMA going up, we don't have a ton of momentum technically. So I don't know how well my trades are going to work, if that makes sense. And again, I think 2 losses is probably enough. Don't want to make a third, but I have done it before, and sometimes I do make back a loss, so it is tricky sometimes. But today's definitely not the day, I think, where I'm confident in making back any money just based off the price action. And yeah, we are getting close to the daily highs, which could be, hey, we're at the highs, we're going to continue higher. Or also could be, hey, we swept the highs, we're going to go back down. So at blank, at nothing, at nobody. Yeah, I'm not sure what his at would be, because those don't seem to be working. I'm not really sure what to call him either. Oh, wait, if I click on his profile picture, it says not working gun till 65. But yeah, for some reason there's no like name. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah. Kind of see how we react at the highs. Yeah, hits the setup plus the high, take the short. What's your social security number? That's crazy. Hey, I'm sure if you ask enough people, one of them will give it to you, right? I don't even know what you do with that, but I'm sure you could like sell it on the dark web or something. Identity fraud, maybe, I don't know. Take my 900 on the day. Yeah, no, if there's no good setup, definitely don't force anything. I'm definitely not gonna be forcing anything. If anything, I might genuinely just be done. Might have to pull a Battlefield to see if it works. I do end the stream around this time anyway, so we might do that. If we do get a beautiful setup, might take it. But again, kind of mentally done. Choppy, rangy Monday, not my favorite. Especially, I mean, if we zoom out here, definitely not the best day. We did have some momentum down, that was nice, and a nice move up if you caught those. But besides that, I mean, we got kind of this move up, and then we came back to the middle of the range, and then we chopped, and then we swept the lows, and then we came right back up to like the kind of the middle of the range, the high end of the range. Yeah, definitely could be better. Gonna take a loan in his name, load up a Robinhood, make some trades, make a prop, and set up a trust fund for his family. That's pretty generous, actually. Trust fund for the family? I'm just kidding. Irrevocable trust, so he can't do nothing to the trustee. Good. Yeah, very nice of you. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this earlier, but I did make a Discord, and it's kind of done. Technically, I mean, it's functional. I just haven't quite set up all like the specific permissions or roles, but it's functional. I don't know how to put like a link in TikTok because every time I try that it doesn't work, even though this is like my stream. But like, if anyone knows any ways to help with that, let me know. But the link is on my YouTube channel if you check that out or already know where that is. It's in like the bio of my YouTube, but also it's in like link in bio. I don't know if I can do that on TikTok. I've kind of tried it, but I think you need over 1,000 followers, which I do not have yet. Yeah, exactly. I think it's 1,000. I could be wrong though, because I tried putting my YouTube link in my bio, and like on my phone it like showed it, but then Bet on a guy was saying that like it wasn't there on like my TikTok bio. So like I think I do need like over 1,000 followers, which is kind of unfortunate, but yeah, 1,000. So we're like halfway there. So if you want to help me get a link in bio, give me a follow. But yeah, in the meantime, you can head over to my YouTube, BangerTrades on YouTube. You should be able to find it. And then link for the Discord and other stuff is on there. It's giving checkmark like Nike, like the price. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, especially with what I'm looking at. I zoomed out here, but yeah, we got that nice little swoosh. Whoosh. Nike, just do it. Actually, I'm not sponsored, so forget I said that. Don't buy them. Don't buy their stuff. I'm just joking. I'm probably not going to get sponsored by Nike ever because no one knows who I am. And the people that do know who I am is because I day trade, which has nothing to do with Nike. Wait, who are you? Exactly. No one knows. One day Nike will know. Maybe. Probably not. But also, if I had to pick, I'd probably pick Adidas to be sponsored over Nike. And that could cause a little bit of debate here, but I love Nike stuff. But I feel like Adidas, I'd rather be sponsored by them because they have a more variety of like fashion and clothing. But I do like Nike stuff for like sports, like shoes, cleats. Got you on Discord? Heck yeah. Don't get too popular because you will draw the market makers to hunt your orders. Brother, they already do that. They're already watching the stream. We've already seen that, even today. I think you were here for that, but let me just go back to it so we can all reminisce on it. Where was it? Oh yeah, it was right here. You see this trade? Bear flag, beautiful bear flag. Off the 9 EMA. I don't know what this line is. I'm going to delete it. We literally missed my profit target by a tick. And then we got stopped out break even by a tick. That's some double tick action right there. I got to get the bag and quit my job, then everyone gets all my money. There you go. I'd love to be sponsored by Hollister. Oh, dang, they're the OG. Hollister, they've been around a while. I remember having some of their shirts as a kid, but I've not seen one of their shirts in a while. But also, I haven't bought clothes in a while either because I just have not. I need to do that though. Gotta keep your job for the balance. That's facts. Low key. Makes trading a little less mentally straining when it's not your only reliable source of income. Nah, I can't work at this job. Got the jobs from main job, no thank you. Yeah, some jobs definitely are like that. Definitely can relate. Okay, that's cool, that's cool. Some side hustles that still pay the necessities. Gotta love the side hustle. Exactly, you want to avoid the desperation and relying on trading. Because as much as it can be like a really good source of income and even consistent, depending on how you trade and with everything with prop firms, that's one thing I've noticed is like as soon as I become like reliant on a payout, like oh I just need a payout, or I just need one payout this month or whatever, those are the times when I make mistakes, right? I overtrade, I try and revenge trade, make back losses, whatever you call it, whatever you want to call it, you know. Desperation leads to mistakes. Teaching hustle, that's cool. Oh, that's true as well. Lifestyle inflation. That's a big thing a lot of people do, especially like I'll just use like YouTubers as an example. It's like some YouTubers they pop off, they start making all this money, but they don't actually make like any money because of the lifestyle inflation. As soon as they start making like six figures, they start buying Lambos and all these fancy things. So they don't end up actually making any money. And like eventually, like if you don't continue to grow, you're never actually gonna have like extra money, savings, investments, or anything. And then if your YouTube channel fails or whatever kind of business, then like you're kind of left with nothing except all your fancy stuff you bought. I'll never buy a Lambo. Yeah, me neither. I will buy a cool car, but not a Lambo. Because I don't know if I'd fit very well in one. I'm not super tall, but I think I'm tall enough where I'd prefer something a little more comfortable than a Lambo. Yeah, I hear they're small. Like I hear even like someone who's like 5'10" or 11 wouldn't be the most comfortable in one, which is crazy because that's not even like super tall. We gonna trade? No, not right now. Yeah, I don't need a lifestyle change. It's more of the not working a sales job. That's fair. Sales are definitely not for everybody. I almost did like the door-to-door sales because of like just the big money appeal, right? It's like you go out for summer and make a bunch of money, but I just don't know. I was like, I can't knock doors for a summer. That just sounds rough. Buy a cool truck? Possibly. A truck might be second on my list though, because I do want like a truck for utility purposes. But also like, I think that's gonna come after I buy a fast two-seater car. My brother bought a Supra. I'm so cramped in it. Oh really? I've thought about Supra because Supras are a little bit cheaper, right? Only 50K. It's 50, 60K. And that'd be like a fun two-seater car. And that could be like a good stepping stone for like a fun car for me. But if it is cramped, it might not be ideal for me. Oh, you def talk about Vivint? Yeah, that's one of them. Good old door-to-door. Yeah, Vivint. There's a couple others, but I don't. Yeah, Past, or my buddy does solar. And he made a bunch of money doing like solar. He became like a closer and stuff and makes some crazy good money, but definitely it's a grind. And a good punch for sure. Yeah, that's the appeal for me. I need a nice 0 to 60, but not a Tesla. did that, did solar too. I did not enjoy it. Yeah, my brother did, I think it was Vivint actually, or one of the pest ones, and he did it for like 2 weeks and he's like, I don't like this because I'm literally selling something that these people already have and that they don't really want. And usually it's like old people that you basically gaslight into buying it from you. And like, I don't know. I think his morals was like morally, he's like, I can't, like, I feel bad doing that, which makes sense. I probably would be the same way if I actually did it, but I never did it. Now I'm in B2B sales. What's that? Like back to back or I'm not familiar with that B2B term. Something I don't believe in. Business. Oh, business to business. Okay. That's why I tell people like you gotta be heartless to do this, and it's so hard for me. Exactly. Forgive me for having a heart, but I'm not out here trying to like gaslight and make people feel bad for not buying something from me. Like if I had a genuinely good product that I thought was worth like selling, I could go out there and try and sell it. Like if I started like a little startup business or something and did door-to-door sales just to get clients. But like trying to sell pests or something else that people just don't need. Just yeah, I have too much of a heart for that. Like I sell business services to businesses. I feel like that would be better than like pests for sure, but still it's not something that I'd probably believe in either. It might depend on the service, but yeah, it probably wouldn't be my favorite in general. Software sales. Nice, nice. Got a buddy at IBM. Don't know if I'm familiar with them either. I mean, yeah, better than before, but I gotta gaslight myself like, yeah, your business needs me to run. Right, which it doesn't. Like most businesses don't need like yeah, they're fine. Like sure some stuff can help, especially like marketing or like sales. It's like, oh yeah, if we can do your Facebook ads and make you more money. And like that might be true, but like is it really like that big, is it really gonna change their whole business around? Maybe, I don't know. IBM are the computer people amongst other things they do. Okay, I gotcha. Alright, making a little move down. Still not really going anywhere though. We are actually at the 15-minute EMA on NASDAQ. Not sure if we would call this momentum though, if we want to take it long here, but I guess it could work out. Okay, yeah, you're selling payroll / compliance. So they do need it, but they could get by with like others. Probably, yeah, exactly. Or they probably already have some sort of system in place, obviously, if they have employees that they're paying. But yeah, not really any momentum. Some people might take this 15-minute buy, but I mean, yeah, kind of hard to trust it with the chop and the lack of momentum. And it's a Monday. It's almost lunchtime. Like I said, probably gonna end the stream here soon, but I might open up Battlefield just to see how it runs. Maybe play like one game or something. Yeah, sales are great if you don't have a soul and you want to make a good amount of money over the summer. Maybe not soul. Soul that might be too cruel, but like definitely heart. If you don't have a heart and you don't feel bad selling things to old people who don't need them, then sales is a good thing for you. It's a good money maker. Someone made a comment, if you're not here for money and recognition, you're in the wrong place. It's like, dang, I'm in the wrong place. Yeah, for real. What the? That would definitely, if I was doing sales, that definitely wouldn't be for like what I'm thinking of. I mean, maybe if I'm doing like social media, right, money and recognition, but like even then, like if I was doing social media, which I guess I kind of am with like trading stuff, for me it's a little bit different because it's just like trading and I'm streaming it. I don't really consider myself like an influencer, but even then, like I still feel like it should be something you're passionate about as far as social media goes. Even though it technically could be about the money and the recognition, like it should be a passion. Just in my TP for 250. Let's go. That's what I like to hear. So it would have been the worst long off the EMA. Yeah, if he got only 250, he might have been in micros and entered higher up. But if he's in a mini, he probably just entered like off this EMA pullback or something. See, I think like 12 points. Probably entered somewhere in here. I don't really see a setup either. That's the only thing I could think of. Unless he's on like a different time frame. Because he could have bought up here somewhere just based off like, I don't know, like some people might call this like a head and shoulders or something. I don't know. I don't trade stuff like that, but people talk about it. So this could be like head and shoulders, or I don't know if, again, it's holding up the bottom of the 9 EMA. Again, he could have taken like this bounce from there to there. Because that's like from 53 to 27. It's like 25 points. So you could have gone like 12 points out of this move, or maybe like somewhere in here. That'd be my guess, but he's not elaborating unless he's typing it out and taking his time, but it was. Not anymore. Now we're above. But when he made that comment, I think we were still like, I thought we were still down here. I can't remember now though. So that's why I was kind of assuming he went short. So I was like, oh, like it was kind of holding below this 9 EMA on the 1 minute. Place to sell at the top of the sweep. Interesting. Okay, if it's already above the EMA, then he must have taken like this. He must have taken like the buy off this sweep, like this candle here, or maybe like this one, somewhere in here, and then took profit up here probably. No, yeah, for some reason, it must have been like off this little pullback like down, so I was like, oh, he must have taken a short. But, no, yeah, he must have got him to take profit like on this wick. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Oh, he did say it was short? Oh yeah, play sell at the top of the sweep. So maybe I don't know where he was talking about, unless it was like the sweep up here, or one of these like wicks. Yes, like somewhere up here, got short down, I don't know. Short at the top of 185. Okay, so he did get in like up here. Okay. So yeah, he must have had some micros for 250. Otherwise he would be up like a lot more than 250. Yeah, must have been a little while ago. It's like, where is it? Yeah, same. I was like trying to figure it out too. Because normally you can kind of tell, just like based off price action, where like an entry may have been, even if it's not like your typical strategy. It's like, oh yeah, like it was probably like over here somewhere, or like over here. But with this price action, we just got like these wicks up and down both sides. It's kind of choppy, kind of ugly. A little hard to kind of see like where exactly would that have been. Oh, you're at work, so no, you're talking about me. Oh, you're chilling. Yeah, we were just like trying to figure out like, wait, where did he get short? Unless he just like shorted the highs, like, which I guess you kind of did. 85. Probably like, yeah, just right in here. But yeah, we were just having fun. We were bored, so we're trying to figure it out. You're chilling. Okay, if I don't enter the EMA by 12:30, I'm getting off. Close. Like if it doesn't close. Or not close, probably close. Maybe. I targeted the green for the gap at 1:30. Oh, well, there you go. This got a nice little wick down in there. As it moves into EMA. Gotcha, gotcha. It looks like we're on the 15-minute right here. That first bounce didn't go too much, or kind of short-lived. Okay, if I don't close in the 15 EMA by 12:30. Okay, so you got 1 minute. We're still holding above. Another little bounce. See if we can hold above the 1 minute EMAs. Yeah, I said that and it closed in the 15-minute EMA and bounced off. I know, like this kind of like closed kind of in that area, and then we instantly just went like straight up. And now we're taking out the highs on these wicks. I think it's probably cooked as well. We're looking bearish. I don't even know. I think today is just a choppy Monday. I don't know if there's anything you can really do about this. I'd say overall probably bearish, but like it's kind of hard to go short with what's happening right now. I'm guessing we kind of set up another chop kind of in this area. We'll see though. We are bouncing right off the bottom of VWAP, kind of in between the 9 EMA and VWAP, so we could just like get real tight here. Would not be surprised. Not one bit. Yep, there's that bounce off my blue line that I drew. Clearly a very important level. The blue line algo. It's undefeated. We actually probably could get away with a 40 short or buy on the RSI. We get down into like the 130s and we get down to the 40 on the RSI, probably could be I entered the buy. LOL. Hey, good luck. It might dip down a little bit more, but I imagine it kind of holds this 130 area and then it goes back up. We'll see though. It might be a little too early to really say it's going to chop, but like might not be a bad look, especially with how the RSI is looking. Looking for 9 points. That's probably a good target for price action right now. Alright, we are in a game. We will see if we crash or not. If we crash, stream will be over. I'll see you guys tomorrow. If not, then I might play just this one game and then end the stream. We'll see. There's the crash. I think we're good, right? Still? Hold up. I might need to change the setting in OBS. Stream lagging a bit. Yeah, I changed the priority of OBS, so it should be better. But also, it says I have 1000 ping. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this might be. Uh-oh. Well, did you get your 9 points? Looks like you might have. That was kind of wild. You guys, am I back? Am I good for now? I think it only does that when I'm like in game. And that's what I'm trying to figure out. Because like, I don't know, it's weird. I like don't lag in the game, like FPS wise, my computer's like smooth. But then for some reason, like, my internet just like tanks as soon as I start like playing a match in multiplayer. It's been doing that recently, like the past couple of weeks, which is why I haven't been able to play as much, which is like fine, because like my main priority is like just trading and streaming, but like I don't know. Let's even assume you guys can hear me right now, which I think you can. What the? It's not the right. There we go. Anyways, haven't crashed yet, but clearly we got that lag, which is what's happened on like Thursday or Friday. I tried to play Fortnite, which is not even like a hard game to play, but as soon as I got in a game, my computer just like, not the computer, but the ping, I went to like 300, and it was crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna have to try and figure that out. That's why I'm kind of trying to test it here. I have a couple solutions in mind that I still need to try. Yeah, it looks like you got your 9 points. So it's fantastic. Plus 300. Nice. I know, I'm tempted to take a sell here, but also a little scary. But there it goes. So I guess that kind of confirms the chop. We're not getting up to the 60. We're kind of bouncing between the 50 and the 40 on the RSI. End of the day up at 1,100. That's very solid. Very, very solid. Let's see. All right, yeah, there's the nice short. We are back to the 40. Could be a good buy. But we do seem to have a little bit of momentum here, so it is a little scary to just buy this. Potentially falling knife here. Yeah, it does look like it's going to break a bit lower. Gotta be a little careful with the momentum once it comes back. Looking for shorts or longs? It's a good question. Right now, kind of just being a little cautious with the chop. Kind of broke out of the chop lower, so we could be setting up a little bit of a bearish trend. But yeah, the chop is scary, and we could be setting up a little long as well, kind of on the higher time frames. So definitely gotta be careful. Definitely not the best day for trading. Kind of a choppy Monday. Definitely would recommend being smart, patient. Don't try and force anything. So the sellers are still kind of making their way down here. Kind of holding below the EMA. It might even retrace this whole little move up on the 15-minute. We might get down to like the 88s here. If we do kind of continue this 15-minute range. I need A minus minimum setup like that long I took. Yeah, exactly. Got to get something real nice here. Don't want to force anything at all. Yeah, the long was pretty much a A+ setup with Techflip strat. That's why I took it. Yeah, I know, it worked out great. And here's those shorts I kind of mentioned. We're just going straight through like everything right now. Yeah, it might not be bad if we kind of go back and continue like hold below the EMAs and then get a nice kind of move shorter. Maybe a bear flag on the 1 minute, maybe 15-minute setup. But yeah, I probably want to wait for that first entry and then try again the second entry just because of the chop. Might be able to take in. Okay, I did try joining a game just to see what happened, but I'm going through the building. I have over 1,000 ping. Yeah, get me out of that. That's so bad. I really need to figure that out, chat. I don't even know if you guys can hear me anymore. Bitrate might be too high. That might be the case. That's what ChatGPT was saying. But like, if I don't know how new you are. I feel like you're not too new, but also you're not like super old. But I've played Battlefield 1 or Fortnite on the stream many times. I've played clips on TikTok and YouTube Shorts and stuff, and like I've never had this be an issue before. I haven't changed my settings either. But Battlefield 6 has been kind of rough. And like, I don't know, like it was saying that maybe something changed with like my router or like my internet provider since like September, and maybe that's why like it's a little different now. Alright, nice bear fly. I mean, really good there. I was kind of hoping for like a little bit more of a pullback. But I mean, worked out really nicely. Didn't hit the test, I'll trade. I know. Like, I guess technically, because TechFood talks about like how the EMAs kind of repaint a little bit. And like, it is close. And like, he probably would have said like, oh yeah, that was it right here. But I like it to hit, kind of like you said. Like, I like that wick to just kind of go right into it. Just let's see if I find like an example like this one. Like I like to get a nice little touch on the EMA and then bounce off. And this one did not do that. Didn't even hit with his strat. Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. So yeah, if we just pulled up like a couple more points, that would have been beautiful. And this sucker, I mean, that's beautiful dump. Yeah, I think my I think my router might be the issue. Something must have just like changed with the provider. In the last like month, that kind of makes it like a little. I guess it's kind of known to choke under heavy load. But again, like I've been dual streaming on YouTube and TikTok for a while now and haven't had any issues with like Fortnite or Battlefield 1. But yeah, the past couple weeks, it's almost every time I get in a game, it just like overloads the upload and then it just like causes super bad like latency, which is kind of weird. But I might just have to lower the bitrate. I've been at 18,000 for YouTube because I'm at 1440p 60 FPS. And again, it's been fine, but now it's not. So I might just have to lower it to like 14,000, I think is what chat was saying. And then TikTok, I could probably lower a bit as well. So yeah, I might just have to switch the bit rate, which I might have to end the stream to do, but I might try changing the YouTube because that's the big one, and if it crashes or ends, I apologize, but I might be able to, if I do it fast enough, I might be able to continue the stream on YouTube. We'll see. Legit needed 2 more points to hit. I know, it was real close. Yeah, we can hear the game, we can't see it. Oh, you can't see it at all? I just clicked escape, so I'm just like the pause menu. You should be able to see like just the blurred gun. Unless it's like really messed up or something. Yeah, I just clicked escape so I could tab out of it. Because I think if I tab out, then it like fixes itself and it's not that bad. But I think it has something to do with like the graphics. Because it's like a high graphical game. Okay, yeah, we can see it when you move, it doesn't move. Yeah, for some reason when I tab in and start moving, the graphics card gets like overloaded. And then basically it like that somehow also affects like the upload to the internet because it gets bogged down by like OBS and different things. So it's like a mixture of like a graphics card because the internet itself isn't the problem technically, but it does say that the router has some issues with heavy load. But I think the load just gets increased by streaming and then gaming at the same time. And then for some reason, like again, high graphics also affect it a little bit, maybe. So that's why when I'm like tabbed out, it's fine. But then I tab back in and start to move, it's not fine. I don't know. That's what I kind of gathered from my research anyways. But yeah, the dual streaming doesn't help. But again, I've been doing that since like August, September. Haven't had any issues till the last couple weeks. Again, you can go check out all my TikTok videos or like YouTube shorts. I have plenty of clips of like, winning a game of Fortnite. I actually uploaded one like just the other day. Won a game of Fortnite. And you can see it's very smooth, like no lag, no latency, so kind of unfortunate, but I'll just have to tinker with some things and get it fixed because obviously something changed, whether it's my router, provider, computer, something, but okay, yeah, I might restart OBS and then see if we can get it fixed here. The TikTok should stay up though. I should be able to get the YouTube back up. Yes, that's good. And then you guys should be able to see what's going on now. So bitrate should be down to 14,000. We'll see if that makes it a lot better or not. Oh no. It's still not ideal. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'm like sliding around the ground. Oh my gosh. I'm sliding around. 500 ping. Oh, that's so weird. I think some other people on this server are lagging bad too. I might try switching to a different server. Now the gun moves with still like 10 FPS. Yeah, the YouTube actually looks kind of smooth. If you watch the YouTube, it's funny. It's like smooth, but you can see my latency, like, because I'm like sliding across the ground and like teleporting through the building. Because I got like really high ping, but my FPS is still really smooth. Oh, I don't know why. It should find me a server in my region, hopefully. But also I might have to change some more settings, try again another time. We'll see though, we'll see how this goes. Maybe I have to lower it even more. Alright, still going lower here. Getting back below the Tokyo low. Got cooked today? Dang it. You hate to hear it. Dang, same thing. 600 ping. Wild. Yeah, I might have to do some testing, like off stream, but still, it's like tough because I have to like be streaming for it to actually like affect me. Because I guarantee if I end like this stream, I'll have a super smooth gameplay and like everything will be fine. So I might tinker with some things, but also I should probably go eat some lunch and do some other stuff, hypothetically. So maybe I'll try again like tomorrow at the end of the stream or something. But yeah, kind of unplayable for the time being. Definitely have to try just like lowering the bitrate and stuff. I could try ending the TikTok, changing the bitrate and try turning it back on, see if that works. So yeah, I'm probably gonna try that real quick. If that doesn't work, I might just end the stream. There might be a bit of a delay when I do that. Or it might end the live, we'll see. Gotta look for them trades, you know. Exactly. Oh yeah, this is crazy. At least it's smooth. Like my graphics card is smooth, but for some reason... Oh my gosh, did you guys... I know on YouTube you saw that, but I don't know if you guys saw that on TikTok because sometimes it like gets delayed. I just got slingshotted like through a building. Maybe you guys didn't see it on YouTube. Maybe it did like get delayed. Oh no, you did see it. Anyways, I might clip that. That's funny. This is wild. But I'm gonna try the TikTok thing. If the stream ends, I'll see you guys back tomorrow. But I might try and get back up just to again see like how the performance is. We'll see though. That's odd. Even with TikTok down, I still can't like move anywhere. This is starting to piss me off a little bit. Not really sure what to do about this.